aimless in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life
This is it, folks. This is the new Geely Monjaro. And yes, this is the actual car that will be exported throughout the world. Now first I want to say forgive me because it's a little dirty because it has been raining on us for the last 3 days and I finally got some sunlight to come out and film it. And of course it's a little dirty and muddy, but that's okay because now I'm going to get to show you this car in its everyday use. One of the design features that I've mentioned before in the past are, of course, these daytime running lights, which I call the Clint Eastwood squinting eyes. So when you're driving on the street and you look at one of these coming at you from behind, there's no mistaking what kind of car it is. And also, keeping with the vertical grille, lots of chrome on this, which I really like. It adds an air of luxury to it, and that's what this is all about. This is an upper scale SUV. In addition to the new Geely emblem, which kind of forms nicely with these grills, they call it Energy String. And together with this Energy String grille and those headlights, it gives the car a very unique personality. You can see I kind of been playing in the mud a little bit, but that's because I needed to get out here to the trails. It's the Borg-Warner 6th generation intelligent four-wheel drive system, and I did put it to use out here on some of these trails, and I gotta say, it performed admirably. So yes, I was able to throw on my bike rack and mountain bike, and right after I'm done filming this, I'm actually going to take the bike and go for a little bike ride out here in the beautiful Wugui Mountains of Zhongshan, Guangdong. And after that, I've got a special surprise because I'm going to be donating this bike to a local charity. Now, I have talked about the Xingyue L in the past. I introduced it about a year ago when it first came out here in China. I was originally supposed to fly to Xi'an, where they build this, and drive around for a week and show you what it's all about. But because of travel issues here in China lately, it's been difficult for me to put that trip together. So with Gukpotik Geely, what they did is they put this car on a flatbed and brought it all the way down here to Guangdong so that I can play with it for a week and then tell you what I think about it. So a big thank you to Geely for jumping through all of those hoops and doing all of that work in order for me to film this car and bring it to all of you. And of course I want to thank my good friends at Zhongshan, which is the dealer here in the Zhongshan area that facilitated the delivery. Alright, climbing into the business chair. I've mentioned this before. Boy, it is a hot day today. It's just how beautiful this interior is, how wonderful a place it is to hang out. All the materials in here, the screens, this 1 meter dash with 2 different screens, including a multimedia screen, the screen in front of me, all the controls. I love the fact that the climate controls are right here on the dash, the grab handle, the stitching, everything is screwed in nicely. It is just a wonderful place to be. Whether you're in the city commuting on a daily basis, going out to dinner with your friends and family, or out on an adventure here in the mountains, this will accommodate you well in all areas.
Boy, driving in some of these off-road little roads here, I'm remarkably sure-footed with that four-wheel drive. Pretty good. Searching for a nice little mountain bike road. Getting the car a little dirty. Sorry about that. You know, often in these reviews you want to show a pristine, clean car, but the weather hasn't cooperated too much with me over the last couple of days to give you that. But it's also kind of nice to show you, okay, the car in use every day. And so a little dirt here and there, that's what you got four-wheel drive for, right? Ah, what a beautiful road. Wow. Driving it on these roads, I have so much confidence in this car's ability to handle all the different types of terrains I'm throwing at it. Dirt, mud, choppy roads, potholes, all that stuff. That CMA platform is just fantastic. Wow, these bamboo forests, they're just beautiful. Now the engine is a 2.0 liter direct injected turbo, which is plenty of power, mated with an 8-speed automatic transmission. The drivetrain is remarkable, and I have to say that driving through the mountains and on the twisties here is very pleasurable. Look, we got some puddles here, just gonna charge it. All right. Just full confidence, and no matter what is thrown at this car, it can handle it. Truly pleasurable experience. Not to mention that, listen, there are no squeaks and rattles anywhere in here. It is just quiet. The soundproofing is fantastic. I got a great heads-up display, the HUD right in front of me, which is extremely bright and right in my line of sight. It is one of the best heads-up displays I've experienced in a car. The ergonomics are pretty good. Of course, the auxiliary screen over here is for your passenger to watch videos or stream some or play with the maps and everything like that. Everything here is within reach, and if I want the screens off, I just press this button and it just wipes the screens clean, and all I have is the time. This is a really, really nice feature where you can just shut it off and then turn it right back on when you're ready. Steering wheel feels great. It's just about the right size. One of the most notable differences I've noticed between this and the China-only Xingyue L is the steering wheel. A couple of the buttons here on the steering wheel have been changed for the international market. This 360-degree top-down display is fantastic. It's highly detailed. It has cameras in the front and the back, shortcuts control, assistant driving for safety, lamps, vehicle settings, more options, wireless charging. So this is obviously all the apps, multimedia. I have the air condition flowing, front view and rear view with the tracking. You'll also notice that the car featured here in the dash is transparent. They call that the God's Eye camera. As you can see through the car, and so the car doesn't obstruct your view in the camera system itself. Very cool feature. And of course you can open up the sunroof and air it out. You can get all the mosquitoes that kind of wandered in here during the bike ride. They can escape now. Has a wonderful airy feel to it. It's already got tons of headroom in this car, but yeah, that nice sunroof. Sky's the limit. The auto drive systems, you know, the lane keep assist, the adaptive cruise control, actually do a fantastic job. I'm quite impressed. It's one of the better systems. One of the great things I've noticed is that if you're coming up on a car that's going a little bit slower, you just give your foot a little bit of gas and it won't stop abruptly. It'll let you pass very smoothly. Same thing if someone passes you, and as they pass you, they come into your lane, that it doesn't stop abruptly. It notices the speed difference. It's a wonderful, wonderful system. They call it G-Pilot. Now, many of you might not be aware of this, but Geely is actually a very giving organization. They're involved in a bunch of different charities. It's one of the great things about the company as a whole. In fact, it has inspired me to give a little to charity myself. So I'm here with Jerry Gray, and Jerry Gray is the co-founder of the Helping Hands charity here in Zhongshan. And Jerry, thanks for meeting with me, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Can you tell the folks what Helping Hands is?
Helping Hands is a friendly group of people who got together. They started about 15 years ago. My wife and I, with another group of friends, started this fundraiser really to help people in Zhongshan. In those days it was about poverty. Now there's less poverty, but it's about disabilities now.
So today, of course, I'm donating my mountain bike, and how is that going to help the charity?
Enormously, actually.
Okay, that's great.
We've got a cycling team, and we've already got a recipient for this, and he's deaf, but he's a very accomplished cyclist. He does about 100 kilometers a day. His current bike is more than 10 years old. It's in very poor condition. It's going to be replaced by this one.
I think this is a great day, so I'm very excited for this.
Me too. Thank you.
Right, thank you, buddy. All right. I have a very familiar feeling, not just because it is a Xingyue L, which is a very popular car in China, but also because of that CMA platform. The CMA platform is one of my favorite platforms, the compact modular architecture, and it shares the same platform as the Volvo XC40 as well as the Lincoln Code 01 and a few others. And again, it's a very familiar feeling. I know the car well, and I know pretty much how it drives. There's a great visibility out the front. The seat adjustments are very good. First of all, the seats are very posh. They just feel a lot more comfortable than the sportier seats you might get in an SUV. It's designed for that. It's designed to be a more luxurious feeling. The suspension is just about right for city driving. Whoa! Boy, it's sport mode. It put your head back. It's zippy. That little 2-liter is really good. And it says very high in the rev band so that it still keeps that instant torque. The transmission doesn't, jump up and down trying to find what you want. In the sport mode, it'll stay right where it needs to stay, and it's ready to give you that torque in an instant. And the steering has kind of heightened up quite a bit as well. So the Monjaro actually gets its name from Mount Kilimanjaro, which of course is, the highest peak in Africa. The lines are that of a traditional SUV. A little boxy. It also kind of gives a little bit of strength, in my opinion. But if you look closely with all the chrome additives and the wheel well bulges and everything, it's actually very elegant. 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on my way to a traditional dragon dance that they've invited me to be a part of. As you can see, the roads are pretty much empty, but it's inside this village here. How cool is this? Yeah, there's no parking in the village, so park it out here for today. The best thing to do is just park outside the village and then walk to the cultural square where they're going to have a dragon dance today. So again, that CMA platform is one of my favorite. It shares the same platform as many other cars in the Geely family, and it's a proven platform, and it's really one of my favorites. Yeah, you can throw your family in it with all their gear, you can go out for a nice evening out on the town, or you can go up into the mountains, have a little adventure. But where this car really shines is just like the other cars on the CMA platform, and that's the urban jungle. You can throw anything at it. Traffic, long stretches of highway, rough roads, inclement weather like the rain, snow, dirt, potholes, navigating construction zone. This thing can handle it all, and it can do it in great comfort. Not only that, where the Monjaro sets itself apart from other cars on the CMA platform is it's just quiet in here. I feel like I'm in like this little space capsule. The sound insulation, the fact that the build quality is so good, there's no squeaks and rattles, I am completely isolated from whatever is going on outside the car. And there's a comfort to that. Not only as you drive around, it puts you at ease, but it also relaxes you. Of course, all the bells and whistles, all the safety equipment, plus all the cameras, it really gives you a sense of safety when you're riding in your little space capsule. Don't forget, it is still very zippy and very nimble. No matter what the conditions are outside, I feel very confident in driving this around the town. This thing also has a very unique parking assistant. So you add it all up, the size, the platform, the performance, the technology, the safety, the build quality, all of that together, for the price, it is a remarkable value and an incredible package without breaking the bank. A lot of the stuff in here, this 1 meter dash, all the screens, the great HUD, the competition needs to watch out. They're going to floor it, watch. Well, that's a lot of fun.